Hi guys! I'm gonna do the 2016 K-pop album tag, which was created by Random Me 2011 a couple of years ago, and each year many people are doing it. And I'm doing mine, and I'm doing the same 13 questions that May did in hers, plus I'm adding one more, which I saw at Tomm's channel. I have two pretty big giant stacks here, because there is one question which is a album recommendation, and well, yeah. This is my second try trying to film this album tag, because the first one was over 40 minutes long. First question, my favorite album of the year. And for that I have two or three album picks. First of all, this year was really strange for me because not just Super Junior didn't do anything or their units did anything, they just didn't. Many of my favorites also didn't have releases, like Shimba or FX didn't have comebacks in 2016, and Vieo is like Star Empire, and just so many of them didn't do anything. That it was a really strange year for me. Everyone was like, oh, so many amazing music, and yes, I did find many music I liked, but also it just feels like not complete for me. It was probably the hardest year to pick answers for these questions. I did pick two artists for the favorite K-pop album of the year, and I'm going to start with the more obvious one. So probably you could have guessed already that it's going to be The Clan Part 1 and Part 2 for Monsta X, Lost and Guilty. I love them so much. Like, I already liked Rush a lot. It was better than Trespass in my opinion as a mini album, and then this came out and it was better than Rush, and when this came out this was even better than this by a tiny bit. So I have no idea how long they can continue to make each of their mini albums better than the previous one, but it's crazy. I enjoy these albums so much. So normally I would put the Super Junior or FX album here, or just, I don't know, but probably I would have put these anyways, because I really throughout the year enjoyed listening to these. I love Stuck on this, and I love Queen on this, and Blind and Banchikia. I just love these two albums so much. And the photobooks are also pretty nice. It wasn't really a question. I just wish this could be like one full album and then it would be better, but I wonder if there is really a third part. Next for this question is maybe a bit surprising, but I did mention it a couple of times this year, so for some people it might actually be not too surprising. And that is Sonamu's I Like It Too Much, their third mini album, and this is amazing. Senseman and I Do Love You, one of the best girl group album tracks this year. I just love those two songs so much, and the entire album I love listening through it. I listen to BF a lot as well. Closer is like a perfect intro, and I Like It Too Much is my least favorite title track of theirs. And also on the album I like the other songs more, but in general this was perfect and also beautiful. Photobook, this is the limited edition. I wonder if I can get the normal edition eventually, but for now I only have the limited edition, and it just made me buy Sonamu's albums in a really short time, because even though I paid attention to them since debut in this special after cushion, this convinced me that I need all their albums and I love them. They rose to a pretty high place on my list, so I love Sonamu. These were my two picks. Feels very strange, but that's how my picks are for this year. Question number 2, favorite photobook concept of 2016. And for this I picked one group with one album, so that's as a favorite photobook, and then another group with all their releases for this year. And that group is Oh My Girl. So Oh My Girl is soon going to be photobook royalty. Like, oh, I love all of these so much. These are absolutely perfect. Like, if I could include it in this year, I would include their previous two releases because I love those so much. So there's already Mimi's page because it's marked with the extra postcards you got, and I'm gonna try and do this like that. And oh, there's a Beanie picture like that. So I just love this outdoor concept as well, and close-ups and everything. This is perfect. So Pink Ocean is already perfect. By the way, this is kinda running for worse packaging, but then this is a bit more dreamy concept for Windy Day. Right hand. Useless piece of trash. I mean my hand, not the photobook. Oh my god. Huh. That's so cute. And, oh my god, photobooks are like almost as good as my music ones. Let's see this one, which has an album didn't care that much for, but as a photobook it's just equally as amazing. And oh, watermelon. Never looked as good as it does with these girls, so so this is one pick as favorite photobook, and the other one is the weak version of Always Good Luck. When I saw the teaser photos, I knew that this thing is for me. I have no idea, but how? I love it so much. I mean, I like the second part of the photobook quite a bit. Like, they are nice pictures, but then you get to but that's not nice. You get to, is it way too beautiful. This is a crime to wear these like this. So absolutely, though I don't like that show picture that much, but I love every single other photo of in these. Though the best one is when they are all together, so this photobook was definitely for me. I just love it so much, it's so pretty. They look so gorgeous in them. I tried to make this not too girl group-y, but favorite packaging of 2016. In my opinion, at least from the ones I bought, there is no outstanding packaging-wise. Maybe I would put Pentagons also here, but entire year what I said that I really liked was this type of packaging, what Attention did all year long. Literally no other person on this earth would pick these as best packaging, but I love them so much. They are thin, they don't take up much space on my shelf, but you get the same amount of photos, like you actually get what you expect when you look on your shelf. It's like, and the second part of this photobook, oh my heart, let me just show it. I mean the first half is nice, but when it starts off like this, it's also running for favorite photobook, the gold. Oh, funny. I just want to show funny to you. Oh no, not just funny. Look at Way. Is that Way? I can't actually see it. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely. It's just like funny. Okay, let me show funny because it's opening there. That's funny. Is that shower left? Yeah. This is absolutely beautiful. I love those ending photos in this, so that the gold version would run also for favorite photo. I guess this will do because I really enjoyed unboxing these and the other 3 albums that they had. So they have the same packaging. I just brought here these to show that photo. The least favorite packaging, and to be honest, maybe Oh My Girl's Pink Ocean, because flimsy slip cover made of paper when the box is not entirely filled, so basically just this is quite bad. But then if you have the B2B latest mini album, that's even worse. Same kind of flimsy, very thin cardboard on an even worse box, so that's pretty bad. But to be honest, none of them was like so bad like how it was with 17 when you did this end of year video last year and you were like, yeah, 17, oh god, that was bad. The debut album, that was horrible. And before that, I think I picked La Boom's Data Pack because it hurt me, like literally it's like it cut my finger or something, like an album hurt me, so it was like really bad experiences with packaging. That's how those ended up. But this year it wasn't like tragic at all, but when I look at my shelf, there is one particular album that annoys me, and it's going to be a surprise for you. It's Twice's Page 2, and I only brought one of them here because they are huge. So the thing is, it's fine if you do box packaging if you do them right, but already when you open it, you didn't even lift the photo book yet. This is like 1/3 of it, or even half of it, is already empty. And it's like, okay, there's the flag garland, whatever. It's like empty, and then you get the CD on that separate. You can lift it out, and you know that you are wasting this much space even under that, and then it would be okay. But I own 3 of these albums, and when I look at my shelf, I'm like, the 3 albums take up almost as much as the 10 version of This Is Love albums for Suju. That's not normal. I just just want to get rid of this type of box packaging when more than half of it is air on my shelf. And like, I'm moving it and it's like a bunch of stuff moving inside this. This is not secure at all. I mean, I like the hard cardboard material of it, so if they use it as a box packaging, I like that. But same thing goes for Gentleman's Game for 2 p.m. It's like empty space on my shelf, and the contents of this would be just fine in half the size of this box. Boxes look cool, but they don't do much, and they are not even filled up. At least they would be filled up, but they are not. I wouldn't mind if I would get like twice the size of the photobook and I don't know, a DVD or something as a special thing. But at least I really like the packaging of the Twice Coaster Lane 1 album. I really like it. I like clear slip covers. I just usually have a problem when the slip cover doesn't stay on the album, so that's why I didn't bring it as a good packaging here, but I still liked it very much compared to this. So basically I answered Twice's page 2 for this question to protest against the big bulky box packagings, because I do not like them and I do not want them to be done. Like, you think you're doing good, but you're not. Like, there's so many other things you can do with your album, just don't put air in it. The next question was a pretty hard question. Favorite album from a rookie girl group this year? The thing is that I basically both won. It's WJSN's Would You Like. I did like this one, I liked it a lot when it came out, and Catch Me is perfect, and I did end up liking Momomo as well. But the bitter feeling of a perfect concept and perfect subunit concept being messed up just for the sake of... Well, they didn't even let them try to be popular. They were like, okay, let's put Yoonjung in and then she's going to make them popular. And it's like, they didn't even have a real time to actually try to be popular. Like, it's not like Monster X blew up with their debut, so they just didn't let WJSN do that. So it upsets me to no end how they handled it. And Secret was still pretty fine with line distribution, but their latest comeback, I'm like, this is absolutely tragic and I don't like this, and this makes me uncomfortable to watch the amount of Yoonjung there is. And I'm not going to get over this as well, and like, this was so nice and this is beautiful. The clear slipcover, even though it's like too loose for my liking, but it makes the album look so pretty, and this is so pretty. And the songs on this are really nice. I do like the contents of their other mini albums, so don't get that wrong. It just makes me, you know, I have this bitter feeling, and that's why I didn't buy their second mini album, but I'm going to end up buying it eventually. I just hope for much better line distribution in the future, but Starship is not known for good line distribution. They are known for basically the worst line distribution, but okay. I still like this one, and since I didn't buy Goo Goo Dance, even though I liked it as a mini album, that's why I'm picking WJSN for this question. But it is still nice, and I like the photobook, the postcards in it. It was nice. So much easier question. Favorite album from a rookie boy group this year? I'm answering with 2 albums, and that is Pentagon. Basically, did they break a record with shortest comeback after debut or something with a proper release? So digital things don't count, but like, this, both are massive. And they are massively filled with good songs. So Michigan is my absolute favorite, is on this, but Engine, my very close second favorite, and perfect title track on this one, and it's cold. And this is also a really nice mini album, has the subunit kind of things, so I really like that. And this packaging kind of also made it to my favorite. See, it's a box, so my problem is not with box, it's the problem only comes when they do the box not well. This one is much more tight, by the way, but the thing is, since it's not completely covered, you can actually grab it somewhere and open it. Like, it's not a huge problem that the box's lid is a tight fit. Also, the back is the lid. See? I opened it up and the photobook is filling this whatever, the box. I actually know that I'm getting a nice photobook size when I get this out, so like... And not to mention that the CD is on the back of the lid. No wasting space with the CD holder, whatever. And then this photobook. When did you see this kind of photobook? When was the last time? This is how you do good packaging and you add good music, and this is also running for favorite photobook. It's like absolutely beautiful. This is how you do debuts. So I never expected much from Kpop. This was like the biggest surprise I got in a while, and I was just so pleasantly surprised, and I love Pentagon so much. Gold album, oh my god, it's a gold album. So I don't want to spend more time talking about this, but I think this year wasn't too even on boy groups, girl groups. I just think that Pentagon amazed me so much that 2015 was both very good for rookies, girl groups and boy groups equally, and this past year I think personally that it was a bit better for boy group rookies, but even them, they didn't that many debut either. But this year, 17, has really promising girl group rookies already, so I'm really looking forward to that. But this was a really good group. The album that surprised you this year, basically it's a group. So the two mini albums, I think they're mini album, Very Very, is it Very Very? Yeah, and Glory by Very Good. I did know of Very Good, but these are perfect. I don't want to talk that much about them. This has the best title track ever, which I didn't think was able to top the one on this, which I already really enjoyed, and this has a really nice favorite packaging this year, and it has a really nice decent photo book, especially from a small company, so it's just really nice quality big pictures. So not too surprising, not too very new concept, but it's still really nice, and this one is amazing. The album sounds a lot like this, so like it's the same concept, but the title track on this is very different, so don't expect the album to be like the title track on this, but I definitely recommend listening to these, and these were the biggest surprise for me this year besides Pentagon. Favorite non-Korean album released by a K-pop group. Again, Super Junior didn't do much, but FX had a real Japanese single. Yay! And Cowboy is actually a new original song, even though For Was is not. I didn't have to think too much about this question. I didn't buy that many Japanese releases either, but Cowboy, I listened to it non-stop, so Cowboy is perfect. And it's pretty photos and all that, so I love it. Favorite subunit album this year? I had to think about this because I forgot that there was even any I bought, but then when I bought it, oh right, that was good. So it's obviously Muse's A's, Muse's Diary, and oh my god. So, beside the fact that they are basically dead and they are murdered by Sun Empire, this single, was a really nice. Lip to Lip is a very nice title track, much better than their Lost album one. And there's Shush, and it's perfect, I love that song so much. And Monster is also a really nice song, and intro is like an intro. So this is definitely my favorite subunit release, but I do feel like this year, in general, K-pop didn't have that many subunit promotions. I can't even remember any right now, besides MND, but I don't really count them as subunit, it's just project unit. I don't know, I like that a lot too, but I'm to say. Favorite solo release this year, because I do have to put Super Junior somewhere somehow, I did put Tomm's solo single, What's Your Number here. I love the songs on this, and I'm really extremely happy that we got to have a second release from him, because Henry had to, it's just fair if Tommy also gets a second, and I really hope that in 2017 Henry does get a comeback, because he deserves it also, and I wish for another Tommy release, but to be honest, anything that comes from Tomm and it gets released is like a blessing for me. I don't care how, it just gets released, and that's like, I feel like that's already more than I ever hoped for, so I extremely appreciate everything that gets released. I just feel like both of them are very mistreated, but for years Tommy's situation was even worse, so I'm just feel incredibly blessed when these things happen. Obviously he had to end up being on this list. Queen of SM, at least talent-wise, it's Boa and Luna, definitely, you can't argue with that. Perfect at everything she does. And for years I felt like she's the least promoted in SM, even though she did have her own things and sometimes musicals, but you know how Sully, Crystal and Victoria got acting and a bunch of photo shoots for magazines, and you never worried for Amber, she just did her own thing and variety shows everything. So, but with Luna, I just always felt like she's always like at the 5th place and doing the least, and I always wanted the one I wanted the most to have a solo is Luna in FX, and it didn't disappoint. The song is amazing. I mean, it wasn't promoted too well, but what did you expect? SM honestly doesn't care about FX as much as SNSD, clearly. So but oh, my CD doesn't like it. And the photobook is beautiful except for the bangs, but it's beautiful. I just love this so much, and I love the fact that she got a release and it's an upbeat dance track, suits Luna really well, and it's just gorgeous. So these two are my favorite solo releases. Random album recommendations. I picked like 6 groups. I'm just going to go through them quickly and not talk too much about them. First one is definitely Matt Tomm's latest release, In Motion. I really liked it, and it's pretty. So that's all I'm allowed to say about them. Then there is Top Dog's first full album, and it's perfect. I listened to this from start to finish. It's just great. I love this. I just never seem to skip a song or just go and listen to something else when I'm listening to this album. Dasha Bat's latest release, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because of the title track, I had my complaints, but the album is a really solid mini album. Yes, it's not a Joker is Alive or a Have Don't Have, but maybe it's my third favorite. It's a really solid mini album, like it to start to finish. Maybe I won't listen to the title track because I listened to it before I got the album a lot. L'Album did so well this year, and they had their first mini album. I do recommend Fresh Adventure as well, their other single, but this is amazing as well. Pyong Pyong is my favorite title track by L'Album now. Definitely recommending this. This is a perfect mini album. Okay, the photobook is a bit too sexy sometimes, but if you have read their interviews, you just have to understand it. That's how they have to do it. But I do recommend Stellar's Cheerio. I love it so much. I love all the tracks, and it does include vibrato, I think. So this, I didn't listen to it as like in the second half of the year when I listened to my ones that I picked for favorite album, but I would definitely put this probably as a third favorite of this year. This was great, and it came out really early in the year, and they had a comeback that was also nice, but this is a mini album, and it's a really nice mini album, so I do recommend listening to this one. The 12th question, an album released this year that could have been better. I feel like I picked them for last year as well, but it has to be t-ara's Remember, Ti Amo. So the thing about this that, well, it's a single, and I just wish there would be 2 more songs at least, and they would be a bit more upbeat. I do like Ti Amo, and I think it's like a nice apology for the thing that happened the previous year with their comeback. So I do enjoy this mini album, but you know, I wish for a bit more, but don't misunderstand it. So good, desired much more than this. This is also nice, it just could have been better, of course, because it's t-ara, and you know, there is a level that I want t-ara to be. Most anticipated album this year? There is a couple. So as an Alf, the moment Kihyun announced his solo debut, there are other 2 people that I expected to have a solo release, and I got them this year. Rogues, The Little Prince, and Yesun's Here I Am are some things that I wanted for so long, like literally the moment that Kihyun's solo debut was announced. And they did deliver. They are really pretty ballad albums, very unique concept in this one, also very pretty photobook here. I love them so much, so it's just something I really wanted them to have, and they did, so it was definitely the most anticipated things for me. And again, I need to talk about Super Junior in this video. There is one more, and that is in fact debut that I anticipated a lot, because Star Empire, and I'm a trash, and I hate the company, but their groups I always like. So definitely in fact album is something that I anticipated, and it does have a glorious huge photobook with the cutest CD placing thing, whatever, CD holder. So it is really nice. So I just anticipated this a lot the moment I learned about them, and it was like a couple months before this year started, 2016, because they debuted also really early on. So I just had to talk about this. I love Infact so much, and I feel like people don't pay attention to them, but again, Star Empire. The extra question that Tomm added is albums that you didn't get to buy. I wrote 4 artists for this, and the first one is Crayon Pop's full album that I really want to buy. Probably the one I regret the most not getting, but it was expensive and heavy, and it's like a special album and does contain their previous songs as well. It's just something I really want to get this year. I just want to have at least 1 album of Crayon Pop, and that is their full album definitely. Then Vix, I love their Conception trilogy thingy, not as much as the first release, but then I was blown away with the other two releases. I just wanted them to finish, to decide how I want to collect this, and then they announced the special edition, and now I want it really so much. And it's just, I feel like after Chained Up they started to release music that I really like and really enjoy, so I just really want to get some way. I want to get the special version, but if I have that, I don't really need the other three. But again, I love Hades and the last one, so I just really love the second and third one, and they look so pretty. But all three of them look pretty together, so what do I do? I might end up with all four things, but I should start with the special edition, I think. Then Snooper's latest comeback, It's Raining. I'm not exactly sure how the mini album is called, but I want it really so bad. Yeah, I need to support Snooper this year. That's something, a goal for this year. And the last group for this category is Luna, solo and subunit releases. But they still have a year until they're going to debut. They are so interesting, and they have like 12 members, and it's going to take ages for them to debut, and I'm a bit scared that by the time all of them are released and they pick biases, the first few albums are not going to be available, so I'm really confused what I should do. But they are so good releases, and they are just single albums, but they already have 5 albums to buy, the 3 solos and the 2 unit ones, and it's like and they're going to have 9 more solos and who knows how many units until they actually debut. So I'm really confused what to do with Luna, but they are just something that I'm really looking forward to in 2017. So yeah, these are the 4 groups I really want their albums. I don't know how I'm gonna get the Luna ones, but something is gonna happen to them because they seem amazing. So thank you so much for watching this Kpop Album Tag, and I'm going to edit this now. And it's getting so dark. Did you even see me? I hope next year I can have more Sujui in this, because this felt weird. So thanks for watching. Bye!